Picture this. A newly formed political party, barely a few years old, is suddenly outperforming one of the most established and historically dominant forces in British politics. Could we be witnessing a seismic shift in the UK political landscape? Well, according to a jaw-dropping new poll, that might just be the case. And here's where it gets even more surprising. This could involve a certain billionaire tech mogul and a massive £100 million cash boost. Intrigued? Let's dive in. Alright, here's the scoop. A new poll conducted by Find Out Now has sent shockwaves through the political world. The Conservatives are still holding on to the top spot with 26% of the vote. But right behind them, Reform UK is making waves with 24%. And yes, that puts them ahead of Labour, who've fallen to third place with 23%. Now, let's pause for a second. Labour, the same party that celebrated a historic landslide victory just 5 months ago, is now being edged out by a relatively new player on the block. Wild, right? Reform UK's leader, Nigel Farage, isn't holding back. He calls this a sign of real momentum. And MP Rupert Lowe is even bolder, saying, "It's just a matter of time before we're leading national opinion polls." Could this be the dawn of a political revolution? Lowe certainly thinks so. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Rumours are swirling that Elon Musk, the Tesla and SpaceX guy, might drop a jaw-dropping £100 million donation into Reform UK's coffers. That's not just pocket change. That's the kind of money that could completely transform a political party's chances. But before you get too excited, Nigel Farage is playing it cool. Complete news to me. But also admitted that, hey, if the money's legal, they wouldn't turn it down. So what's the real story here? Time will tell. But this isn't just about Reform UK's rise. It's about Labour's struggles too. It's been a rough week for the party. The Prime Minister has already lost a cabinet member, and Labour's support seems to be crumbling. According to Tyrone Sermon from Find Out Now, Labour voters just aren't as fired up as they were earlier this year. Only 84% of their 2024 supporters say they'd be likely to vote again, compared to 95% of Conservative voters and 90% of Reform UK voters. And here's the kicker. Only 69% of Labour voters say they'd stick with the party. Ouch! Is Reform UK really on the verge of disrupting the political status quo? Is Labour facing an existential crisis? And what's Elon Musk's role in all of this? One thing's for sure, the UK political landscape is shifting and it's happening fast.